We're celebrating. I hope that most of you, like I did, enjoyed so much the stories that we were hearing here this afternoon. Some of the stories in song and some of the stories in words. And libraries are about stories, aren't they? But libraries are about more than stories, because historically our libraries have been a safe haven for knowledge, a safe haven for comfort, a safe haven for learning, and a safe haven for security for all kinds of people and all kinds of ideas. And that's why libraries persist, even though knowledge and the way we present knowledge has changed so dramatically in the last 100 years. You know, it's my honor to work in Salem, and one of the committees I serve in handles the budget for our state library. And so it's my job in Salem to make sure that we have a state library and state resources that can then be depended on by our local libraries. And it was also my honor this year to actually write the community library legislation that clarifies the role of local libraries like this one. And I was thinking, you know, in the last 100 years, how have libraries changed? How has knowledge and information and the presentation of those ideas changed? I mean, we've gone from the written word, and books used to be a lot thicker than they were when they started printing them on paper. But we've gone from the written word, and then we've gone into things like film and video, and our library suddenly began to fill up with VHS and beta tapes, and then with cassette tapes, and then we shifted to digital, and then we put computers in and gave everybody access to the rest of the world. So we weren't limited just to the books that were on the shelves, because now we've got more knowledge right here than libraries like this one used to be able to hold 50 or even 25 years ago. But the mission remains the same: a safe haven for ideas and for knowledge and for safety and comfort for all kinds of people and all kinds of information, which is why we should all be so very, very proud of this treasure that we've got here in Newport. And celebrating 100 years, someday our grandchildren, our great-grandchildren will be here celebrating 200 years of the Newport Library. And just take a moment and imagine what that building would be like. So thanks so much for everybody being out here this afternoon, enjoying this beautiful day and this very, very special occasion.
Thank you, David, for the page political announcement. I don't do that. I just want to recognize a few people. Councilor Jacoby over here. Councilor Allen. And Councilor Bokea, she was here a minute ago, and she's up there. And then Councilor Hall was here. She just had to leave for another event, but we're so happy that the councilors are here, because the budget for this building and this property comes out of our annual budget that we put together, and they do a great job. And also Spencer Nebel is our city manager, who manages all this with everything else, covering the whole city budget. Does a great job. As Rebecca was telling us earlier, the original library started down on the bayfront, and it was in the old opera house, and they had books, and they also had a billiard table. And I did a radio show with Laura on Thursday, and I almost got her to promise to put in a billiard table. Don't quote me on that. I remember when I first came here back in 1977, the old library was right across the street over there. It was a real small building. You walked in, the books were piled everywhere. You had to kind of go like this to move around, and it was a wonderful place. And then we moved to this new building. And then as Rebecca and I were talking earlier about this park, this used to be a magnet for all kinds of, I'll call them lowlifes. That's probably the better way to put it. And for this to be transformed into what it is today, it just amazes me. And also this amphitheater is wonderful. The music we had today was great. There's all kinds of music here on a regular basis. So I encourage you to come back on a regular basis. You can check with Laura. She'll give you any of the groups that are coming and when. Usually a Friday night.
Friday night, sometimes or Saturday too.
Yeah, and then Saturdays too. So this is just a great place. And what I like about this park is we're kind of out of the wind, we're kind of down low. So when it's really kind of windy in town, you come down here and relax. And that's the other thing about the library. It's our living room for our community. And that's so important because we want to have a place to go that is safe and we can relax. And as some of you know, a few years ago, we changed the security here at the library. We were having some problems, and the city council decided to put in, unfortunately, to put in a security guard. But it dramatically changed the way that people felt about this library. People were more welcomed here and more comfortable. And I think that that's the purpose to me of the library is comfort. And I think that when we go to the library, we want to forget about the world. We can open up a book, and our mind can just flow wherever. And of course, as David said, the information has changed. But Laura says there's still books over here. And she also said that the books are the most things that are checked out, more than anything else. So I think it's amazing that people still like the old-fashioned crack open the book and read it. Anyway, I want to thank you all for coming today. We'll see you again in 100 years. And this is just the start.
Thank you, Minister. So next we have Ferol from the State Library here to say a few words.
I'm going to read it. Hi, my name's Ferol Weyand. I work at the State Library of Oregon, and it's a pleasure being here today and see so many people. On behalf of the State Librarian Jennifer Patterson and the State Library Board and staff, I want to congratulate the Newport Public Library on 100 years of service. Jennifer was looking forward to being in this event, but she was unable to do that because she had a family commitment that took her away. She prepares some remarks for you that I'm going to share. Public libraries play a critical role in the community. They provide free and open access to information, technology, and a space to gather. They provide programming and resources to support and develop literacy and lifelong learning for all ages. They open their doors to all and create inclusive and welcoming spaces. The Newport Public Library is a shining example of what a public library can be. When you think of all the lives that have been touched and positively impacted over the last 100 years at the Newport Public Library, the role that it has played in shaping the city of Newport into what it is today is immeasurable. The Newport Public Library has approximately 16,000 registered borrowers, with over 160,000 visits to the library and over 250,000 checkouts of library materials per year. That's amazing. Citizens of Newport love their library and have embraced and supported it through the library's 100-year history. Congratulations to the library staff, the library board, the library foundation, the city of Newport, and the citizens of Newport as you celebrate your library's centennial.
No, that's okay. I'm Mary Kay Dahlgreen. I'm the director of the Lincoln County Library District, a little-known entity that works with all of the libraries in the county to make sure that everybody in Lincoln County has access to excellent library service. We work with Newport, we work with Lincoln City, we work with Toledo, we work with Waldport, and we work with Siletz. And one of the things that we do is we provide some funding so that the libraries will be able to serve people who are outside their service district. And I just wanted to let you know how many books were checked out by non-Newport citizens last year. 99,000.
Wow.
So thank you, Newport, for helping make library service accessible to everybody in the county. Thank you, and here's to the next 100 years.
Sure, okay.
Hi everybody, my name's Ellen Franklin and I'm on the library board and foundation, and my dad was supposed to speak up here today. His name's John Baker and he was on the library board in the 1980s, so he has prepared some memories and some things they were working on at the time for me to share with you today. Several issues and opportunities from that time were ban the books had become a major issue, so the board followed the position of the American Library Association and their own best judgment. The library put up a great display featuring books that had been banned. They also worked on creating a countywide library district to include the unincorporated areas of the county. And as skateboarding became more popular in Newport, the concrete around the new library was perfect for skateboarding. So they had to work to make the library a physically safe environment. Readjustment in the new library occupied their time as well. The children's area was expanded, offices were juggled, and the building was made to better fit services and staff space needs. A favorite service for the community and staff and board was community outreach to folks who may not be able to come to the library physically themselves. That would include certain senior citizens and residents of the jail. My dad really appreciated being able to serve on the library board and appreciated the other board members and library staff, as I do too. This is a wonderful service and a wonderful group of people, and here's to another 100. It's excellent.
So I'm Laura Kimberly. I'm the new library director. I took after Ted. Wave your hands, Ted. I love that guy. Staff at the Newport Public Library would like to thank you for being here for our official kickoff celebration for the library's 100th year. So this is just the kickoff. There's more to come throughout the year. The celebration wouldn't be possible without our generous community sponsors, the City of Newport, the Newport Library Foundation, Thompson Sanitary, Oregon Coast Bank, Western Title, Canyon Way Dental, Muscle Studios, Domino's Pizza, Americana Mayhem, Fred Meyer, Walmart, Safeway, and JC Market. The Newport Public Library has continued to transform the services, resources, and programs we offer to continue to meet your community needs over the last 100 years. We have opened up a world of possibilities through the resources and services we offer to help people pursue their passions and give individuals the tools to succeed in school, life, and beyond. The success of the first 100 years of the library is a true testament to the leadership of the community, staff, and the city government. Here is to the next 100 years and beyond. Thank you for being here again today. So without further ado, I feel like we should sing happy birthday to the Newport Public Library at the count of 3. And even if you don't have singing skills, it is okay, because I can't sing. So the count of 3, let's sing happy birthday, and then we can cut the ribbons and we can have some cupcakes. Okay, 1, 2,